Hey, welcome back to this episode of the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast. I'm, as ever, your humble and contrite host, Michael Lundy, and today we're going to sit down with the fellow that I refer to as the Poet Laureate of Warrnesville, Pennsylvania, the one and only Alan Foust. We're going to talk about his life here in music in the Central Susquehanna Valleys and his current role as a solo acoustic musician here in the area. He plays everywhere. We're also going to talk about a facet of his life that I didn't know about. He is a nationally recognized competitive... You're going to have to listen to the rest of the podcast to find out, but it's really, really cool. We recorded this episode at Grimm's Diner in Warrnesville, Pennsylvania. We thank Heather and her crew for having us. We're going to kick things off with a song that Alan recorded live. As with all the songs on the podcast, he recorded live at Grimm's Diner. This is his song, The Cabin, on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast.
Farmer and his wife had a family of 5. Children grew and had families of their own. Their love for the farm brought them one day to decide to build a cabin to share and enjoy. It's a magical place tucked back in the woods where the family and friends often would go. As the years went by and the family did grow, they all had come to love it so. Stop for a minute, hear the crackle of the fire, the beanbag slapping on the barn. Many songs have been sung and clay pigeons have been shot. The laughter there will never be forgotten. Children will swing and chase tadpoles in the pond. Shouts of joy will always warm our hearts. Let us not forget all the good meals we had. God bless the hands that made our bellies full. Cabin will always be special to me. The memories so precious and dear. May we celebrate it always and the loved ones who have passed. Make the spot a special place to be. Stop for a minute, smell the fragrance of the pine, the sand in the hollow, on the stove, smoke from the fire where the chickens did grow. How could we ever forget? The cabin will be always in my heart.
Very good. Hey, that was The Cabin by Alan Foust, and that was a song written by him. And we are doing this interview. This is not the first interview we've done in a cafe, but this is certainly the busiest cafe that we've been in. We're out at Grimm's Diner out in Warrnesville, Pennsylvania. And we want to thank Heather and her crew for letting us come out here and do this podcast interview with the guy that I call the Poet Laureate of Warrnesville. This is a fella that it doesn't. He's not known as a songwriter. He is a entertainer. And probably one of the busiest musicians here in at least the Susquehanna Valley around Williamsport. But you're starting to get into some other areas that it's pretty cool. Our guest today is as I've appointed him the Poet Laureate of Warrnesville, Pennsylvania, the one and only Alan Foust. Alan, thanks for being on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast.
Good morning, Michael.
That's true. This is the earliest we've gotten up, which, I have a feeling you're an early riser.
I am this time of year because I've been hunting.
Okay, all right. But normally Normally you're not up this early. Well, this is like 9 o'clock, so for me half the day's done at this point. So.
I get up 7:30.
Okay, all right, that's pretty good.
Yeah. But I don't usually sing in the morning. So.
Oh, right. There's a story that when the Beatles were doing their last little thing or whatever, the Get Back sessions, and they were at this movie studio, and they had to be there at like 8 o'clock, and John Lennon bitched about, saying you can't do rock and roll at 7 o'clock in the morning. So welcome. I'm glad that we finally got this interview down. Because part of the fun of doing this gig is getting to know people. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know a lot about you because we only met a couple years ago, and I think I knew of you. But I think the first time we met was here when you were playing, maybe.
Yeah, it could be. Because I played a lot here when I was first starting out.
Yeah.
As a solo.
Yeah. And you filled the place up. I think that the night we came here, you had the place filled.
Yeah,
so, good on you. So we always start this, we rewind the tape back to when you were born and growing up. So where were you born? Where'd you grow up? And where'd you go?
Well, I lived in Montersville. I was born a long time ago.
Okay.
And, I'll be 72 in 2 weeks.
See,
so,
I thought you were my age. Yeah. I'm 61. I thought you were close to my age. So you wear it well, my friend.
Well, I try to maintain myself. In fact, I've been hunting for 2-3 weeks, and I even shaved for this interview.
I see that. Nice. Thank you. So you're not only a hunter, but you're a competitive rifle shooter. We'll talk about that later. Okay. So that's pretty cool.
Yep.
So yeah, this is a big time of year for you. Yeah. Now, do you hunt like just go from home out to hunt, or do you go to a cabin, or what?
I hunt here at home. I only live about 2 miles from here.
Yeah.
But I belong to a cabin over in Huntersville.
Okay.
There's 20 of us, and been hunting over there quite a bit.
Okay. So the song that we kicked off with, "The Cabin," is one of your originals. Is that about that place?
Well, actually, no.
Okay.
It's not.
Tell us about that. We'll get to your life story in a minute. Tell us about the song "The Cabin."
My mother grew up in Shunk, Pennsylvania.
Oh my gosh.
And big family. She had a bunch of brothers, and a couple sisters.
Yeah.
And we always had the family reunion on the farm, the homestead. Mm-hmm. And quite a few years ago, they built this cabin back in a little woods between where the pastures and where the farm fields were. So we always had this reunion at the cabin, and they sold the farm about 5 years ago. My aunts and uncles all passed away, and my cousins, a lot of them don't live around here anymore, and it was tough. They tried renting it, and that didn't work, and so we're going to sell it. And so we had our last reunion at that cabin. Now, I should add that there's a co-writer on this song. Okay. And her name is Carissa Engel. And she's my cousin's granddaughter.
Okay.
And we went to that last reunion, and she had this like little memorandum recitation thing typed up, framed in glass, displayed there, and it was titled "The Cabin," and it was all her remembrances of her times growing up there.
And she was how old at the time that she wrote this?
I'd say late 30s.
Okay.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
This was only like 4 or 5 years ago.
All right.
And she read the thing to everybody, and then on this table, I went up and I stood there and looking at it, and I thought, man, there's a song there. So I had to change some of the wording around and add a few things to make more of a story out of it.
Yeah.
To fit in a song format.
Right.
And the family loves it.
Oh, I'll bet. No kidding.
Yeah.
So what was her name again?
Carissa Engel.
Carissa Engel. Okay, so that's a collaboration, so she gets credit for...
Yes, absolutely.
Cool. Good. Yeah, and Now, have you framed like the rewritten song and have kept that, or did she write it down, or?
I've sent it to her.
Okay, all right.
The actual rewrite.
Yeah. Now, where does she live? Is she local? Or?
She lives. Let me think. Over towards Wilkes-Barre.
Okay.
Out 118.
Right. Okay. Well, good. Well, make sure that she gets we send her this podcast so that we give her the shout out.
Oh yeah,
so.
because she deserves more credit than I do.
Well, really. So we'll kind of set the Wayback Machine. Had you been writing before that, or have you?
I had written a few things. Now, if you gave me a tablet and a pen, told me to go in the corner and write a song, I couldn't do it.
Okay.
But my mind works all the time, overtime, and every once in a while, just something will pop in there, and if I get something and write it down right away, it's a song, and it might take 15 minutes.
Yeah.
20 minutes.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But don't tell me I have to do it, or
right.
It's not going to work.
There's some guys that can't. I don't know if you know Jason Yoder.
I know who he is.
Yeah, you know who he is. Yeah. He's one of these guys that can write a song on demand. Like, when I did his interview, I said, there was a sub shop across the street. I said, if that sub shop asked you to write a song, like to promote their sub shop, could you do it? And he said, yeah. And I'm the same. I'm the same as you. I couldn't do that on demand. Mm-hmm. I mean, I could, but it wouldn't be very good. But the song. I mean, your songs are very really personal.
They are personal. Yeah. That's why I don't do them out a lot.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
Now the Telemarketer Blues, that's funny, and people can relate to that because of the phone call thing, and so I do that one quite well.
All right, so let's set the Wayback Machine. So you grew up in Montoursville.
Yes.
All right, and so start from there. You musical family. Was your mom and dad musical, brothers and sisters, and that?
My grandfather could play pretty much anything. He played a trumpet. He was in the Elks three-pass band at one time.
Oh, no kidding.
He played the mandolin, violin. I don't ever remember hearing him play much, but my dad played acoustic guitar when he was young, before he went in the service in World War II. He played square dances and things like that.
Yeah.
And so I heard him play and sing a lot. And he did, Hank Williams, Jimmy Rogers stuff. Yeah. And he could yodel.
Oh, no kidding.
He could really yodel. He was really good at it. He had a really nice voice.
Yeah.
And he taught me, some chords on the guitar. He got a pad out and wrote chord charts back. This was before you got into the Mel Bay stuff, And or now they learn on the internet.
Yeah, no kidding.
But that's how I began my journey playing guitar.
So your dad was a professional musician. He was playing out with the repass band. And your grandfather played in the repass band. Yeah. And your dad played out in bands.
Yeah. Before he went into service, but after that he never played.
Oh, really?
No.
Didn't pick it up after.
Nah, well, he came back. He worked on the railroad.
Yeah.
It just was a time thing.
It's a classic story. Life gets in the way, and you just put it.
Yeah.
But he passed it on to you. So he showed you your first chords on the guitar. Yeah. Yep. What was your first guitar?
My first personal guitar was a Stella 12-string.
No.
Electric.
Really?
Not Sakova. Excuse me.
A 12-string.
Yep. Solid body Sakova 12-string.
No kidding.
Yep.
So we're talking. Well, where did the music? So we'll get back to the 12-string because that's interesting.
Yeah.
Your dad gave you your first chords and taught you your first chords. Who was he like your first musical influence, or did you have others when you were growing up? Or
well, yeah, pretty much just him, and that's why when it gets into now people want old country stuff, it's just spinning around in my head because that's what I grew up listening to.
Yeah.
But February 9th, 1964.
And if you don't know the significance of that date, you can just turn this podcast off because that's when the world exploded.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you and countless thousands of others were watching that night.
I was 12 years old.
No kidding.
Yep.
Lucky you.
Yep. And then my dad had bought a electric guitar. It was like a semi-hollow body Harmony.
Okay.
3 pickups.
Yeah.
And a little amp for my cousin.
Yeah.
So we fooled around with that, and I met some guys from Williamsport, and by now I was probably maybe 14 tops. And I don't even know where I met these guys. Probably at Robert M. Sides when they were on the boulevard.
Yeah.
And because we used to hang out there at D.S. Andrews, which is now the Barrel 135.
Okay.
And I met these guys, and I'd get on the bus with that guitar and amp, go uptown. They lived on Newberry Street, practice, and we played 2 jobs. We played at Stevens Junior High for a dance.
Oh, wow.
And we played a private party in somebody's house, and that, I don't know, fizzled out,
Sure.
whatever. And but after that, I was in the high school band in Tursville, and I played the French horn.
Uh-huh.
And some of the other guys in the band could play instruments, so we decided we're going to start our own rock and roll band right here in Montursville, and we're going to be famous.
Yeah.
So I could play Secret Agent Man, so that made me the lead guitar player.
You could play the riffs on that?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah.
And one of my very best friend at that time was Ken Whitman.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep. And he played the tuba in the band.
I can see where this is going.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so he became our bass player.
Yeah. What is it about bass players? They always get saddled with it.
I don't know.
Yeah, but he's good. I mean,
he made a career of it.
Yeah, no kidding.
I mean, he did other things.
Oh, yeah.
Throughout his life, he was a car mechanic and he built houses and whatnot. But
his claim to fame is the built-in tuner,
right,
and then the spinning guitar
spin strapped of the ZZ Top fame. Yeah.
Oh, funny! Wow. So you were in a band with him back. So we're talking what, mid-60s? Like
it would have been probably started at about 66. We were called the Aristocrats.
Oh, funny.
And then personnel changes, and we got this singer. His name was Mark Diefenbacher.
Okay.
And for various reasons, they called him Stinky. At school. Played football, and that was a football thing.
Yeah.
But man, that guy could sing.
Wow.
He could sing any song, any key we wanted to play it in.
Really?
He could sing it.
Yeah.
And so we changed our name to Mark's 5, and we played everywhere.
I've seen that band mentioned on some of these websites or Facebook pages, and that. Wow, you guys were. We
played all over.
Back at
back then, high schools all had dances.
Yep.
And we played almost every Friday and Saturday somewhere. We played at Night Train, which was at Montursville.
I remember hearing
where
about
Grace's
that.
Buffet is now.
Got it. Yeah.
That was a fireman's social hall.
Yep, the old fireman's social hall.
Friday nights they had Night Train, and 1 hour of that was broadcast live on WMPT radio.
Wow, that's right. I remember that.
But it was crazy back then. We'd play there, and there might be 300 or 400 kids in there, standing. No sat. You didn't sit down. You stood up and you danced like this.
Yeah.
And down the street at the high school, the Jesters or somebody might be playing there. There'd be another 400 kids down there.
Wow.
And there were no fights or no problems or it was just a good time.
We talked with Roccanello. Do you know him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
played in the band with him.
I was going to say you had to have played in the band with him. And so this is good because I didn't realize you were old school, mid-'60s and that. a lot of guys and gals from that era musicians look back fondly just because of what you had said, 400 kids at the social hall for the night train, and then 400 kids down at the high school, another 400 kids at, Moist.
Yeah.
You guys had a lot of, we think we have a lot of venues to play at. You guys had a lot of opportunities to play.
Yeah. And then my dad worked at the school. He was a head custodian at night.
Ah, there we go.
And he worked at all those dances, and they counted him as a chaperone, see? But he was getting paid. He'd clean up after it.
Yeah.
So he had access to the scheduling book. And so if there was a couple weekends or whatever, we didn't have anything going on, and there wasn't a dance scheduled, we'd go to these clubs and say, hey, you want to make $50? $50 back then was a lot of money, Well, yeah, what are we going to do? Just sponsor this dance. We'll take care of everything. We'll take tickets. We'll do the whole 9 yards.
This is your dad doing this? Is this your dad?
All he did was get he knew when the open dates were,
Right.
So us guys in the band.
Okay. Oh, so he's feeding you the dates, and you're going out hustling the gigs.
We go like the chess club.
Yeah.
Bunch of nerdy guys.
Yeah.
Said, you want to make $50? Yeah. What do we got to do? I said, just go to the office and sponsor
the dance. That's right, because the dances were sponsored by.
Right.
Got it. Okay.
And they might have paid us. I don't even know what we made back then. $100, 100, whatever. We had split it up 5 ways.
Yeah.
So we go. He charged like $1 to get. It was, I think, 75 cents, $1.25 a couple. We get 400 kids in there.
Yeah.
So we'd get some advertising on the radio. It might be $10. We got to pay a couple fire cops, maybe $10 each. We'd give them $50. We get the rest of it. So we made more than what they were going to pay us to start out. That worked for a couple gigs, and then they all got wise. No, we're not doing that anymore. So then we said, all right, we'll split the gate with you.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
So you were hustling even back then, because you hustle now, man. You're playing everywhere.
Yeah.
But that's good. What a great time to come up and. You can think of it as the garage band era. Four guys on the street were a band.
Yeah.
4 guys, and there were gals too. I'm using that parochially. 4 or 5 guys or gals on the street were a band, and you would play, and there were places to play. What a great time. You're fortunate. I came in at the very end of that, like the mid 70s, late 70s. And we had high school dance in that, but they were not what you guys had back then. So, all right. So getting back to February '64, were you a John or a George or a Paul guy? I knew you weren't a Ringo because you didn't play drums. So, who was your guy of the 4 of them? Just curious.
That's a really hard question.
Good.
I probably like George.
Yeah.
But what I like most was the harmonies.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I'm a harmony guy.
Yeah.
Even now, I have a harmony in the box.
I know.
Yeah. There's no way I could go out and play without having a couple of their voices in my ear.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I looked askance at that. Not you personally, but just that whole, harmony and that. I saw Ian Matthews a couple months ago out in Pittsburgh. Ian Matthews was the Matthews Southern Comfort and all that. And he used one, and he used it, and I'll say the same about you, he used it tastefully. Didn't use it all the time, used it, and I was like, okay, that's not bad. It works as long as you're using it tastefully. But I kind of had you pegged for a George guy. Yeah. Most of the guitarists that came into that era, they gravitated towards George and that big Gresh that he had. So yeah, wow. Look at you. So besides your dad, who and we'll throw George Harrison in with your dad. Who else in that time was who was like your touchstone, your model?
Oh boy.
Because you were playing lead guitar at the time. So,
we played a lot of Rolling Stones stuff, Beatles. So it would be probably, like Keith Richards.
Yeah.
He played a lot of their.
Yeah.
He wrote all those famous
Riffs in that.
riffs.
Yeah.
In that,
Oh, yeah.
And then we did a lot of Deep Purple. So like.
Oh, yeah.
Now I can't play like Richie Blackmore.
Right.
And now I couldn't do it back then, but.
See, that was kind of an unfair question because up until the late 60s, early 70s when Clapton and those guys, there was really no guitar heroes. I mean, there was no George Harrison kind of, and Keith Richards and Brian Jones. But there was, that whole thing kind of blew up. So that was kind of an unfair question. Most of the really great guitar riffs and guitar solos back then were the studio guys, the Tommy Tedesco's and that.
Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, the Wrecking Crew and, those guys. Glenn Campbell was part of the Wrecking Crew and was a great lead guitar player.
I think still for me, it's the vocal. Because I love the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
The early Bee Gees. And we played a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
And but as funny as this may seem, I did not sing back then.
Oh, really?
Nope. I didn't start singing until I was in my 30s.
No kidding.
Yeah. I had a mic there, and I used to look like I was singing, but I didn't sing.
Yeah. See, to me, that'd be a dream gig. Just going out playing guitar, playing bass would be my dream gig, and just go play, not sing, just be part of the band and not sing and just play.
Yeah.
So you were in the Mark Five.
Yep.
So that was mid '60s, late '60s.
Yeah, until we graduated in '69, and then we were, it was time. Everybody's going here to college or whatever, and so I got hired by Tony Kuchera. I played in the Bel Airs. With Tony Kuchera, Mike Kuchera.
My gosh.
Yep. And Rocky Anello, we had like the drummer of the week club. He couldn't keep a drummer.
Yeah.
And Rocky Anello played with us for like 5 minutes. We did a couple of gigs, and he had hair down to his shoulders. And Tony fired him because he wouldn't get a haircut.
No kidding.
Yeah, and the irony of that is, today, Rocky's bald as a cue ball.
That's fact, yeah.
We talk about that.
Yeah.
But I consider it an honor to have played with him when he was playing drums.
No kidding.
I always thought he was the best drummer in this area.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because I know him as a bass player.
Yep.
I mean, that's what I know him as.
Yep.
But he was a drummer.
Yep.
And I think if I remember, he started on drums. So I would have liked to have heard that, because I'm sure how good he was. But so we're in the early. One thing I wanted to ask you, brothers and sisters. I mean, are you?
I have a younger brother. He's 5 years younger than me.
Okay.
Dave. His name's Dave. Our parents are passed.
Yeah.
Naturally, my dad today would be 100 and whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Now, is your brother music? Does he do anything like that?
He can turn the knob on the radio.
There he plays the radio. All right. Yeah.
But he loves music. He goes to a lot of concerts.
Okay.
And
but he never got the bug to play.
No, he was the athlete.
Oh, okay. All right.
He had all the athletic ability, and I had the music ability and the good looks.
So just you and your brother then. So that's, okay.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
All right. So mid '70s, you're playing with the Kucheras and the drummer of the week or whatever, and so kind of roll us in through that time period.
Well, I got married in '72, and I was going to college.
Yeah.
Community. It's Penn College now.
Yeah. It was whack at the time.
Yeah.
Williamsport Business School, I think, was what they started out with, and it was whack.
Well, actually, it was Williamsport Technical Institute.
That's it. Yeah. Wow.
So
anyhow,
there was a period of time there where I didn't do anything musically.
Oh, really? How long was that? How long was that stretch? The ballpark.
I'm going to say 8 years.
Okay. All right.
We had kids.
Yeah.
Once the kids got out of that toddler age and whatnot, I got the bug to play again.
Yeah.
That's when I became a country western guy. Yeah.
Well, you didn't become that. So let's define this because that's where you started.
Yeah.
And going back to George Harrison, listen to some of his solos back in the early Beatle days.
Yep.
Chet Atkins was his touchstone. Carl Perkins too. Yeah, I mean, so that's country stuff that he was doing back then.
What happened to me was I saw this guy had an ad in the paper.
Now, when is this time frame? Ballpark.
I'm going to say 81.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So the urban cowboy thing is not yet happening, or it's kind of starting.
Just
right.
Getting there.
Got it. Okay.
So, fella had this ad in the paper. His name was Glenn Leyland.
Yeah.
Good friend of mine.
Okay.
Wanted a guitar player. So I called him up and he said, yeah, come on over. So I goes over there and they're playing this country stuff. It's all melodic and I can't play this. I was more of an improv type guy.
Still playing lead, right?
I was going to.
That was the intention.
That was the intention.
Got
yeah.
it. Okay.
Okay. So I says, man, I can't do this stuff. And he says, well, I need a bass player too. And I says, 2 less strings. I can do that. Never played bass in my life. And he had a bass.
Yeah.
So he says, here you go. So we practiced for, I don't know, a couple weeks, and he had gigs coming up. He was very active. He had a band called the Boogie Woogie. What was it? Boogie Woogie Country Band. Yeah. Odd name, but steel guitar.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Don Clark played steel guitar. He played with the McNets, and he'd go on road tours with national acts and pick him up and go on tour. He could really play.
Yeah.
And he finally, I forget who we had a couple different lead players. I was with him a couple of years.
Uh-huh.
And that's when I started to sing.
Okay.
Because he stuck a mic in front of me, and I said, what's that for? And he says, well, I need you to sing harmony. And I thought, oh, boy. So we learned a couple songs. And I, doing the background, singing, and this isn't bad, So our first gig with him was at the Buffalo Tavern. It was between Jersey Shore and Lock Haven. It's not there anymore.
Yeah.
They raised buffaloes there and had buffalo meals. Dinners, So
oh, my gosh.
So we're playing there one night, First night out. And kicked into this song. He said, let's do For the Good Times. Ray Price.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm over there going boom, 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 boom on bass thing, And it came to the chorus, And we hadn't rehearsed this.
Oh, okay, so you just threw this out.
Yeah,
okay.
So it come to the chorus, and I just started, lay your head upon my pillow, hold your warm, tend your body close to mine. The third.
Right, yeah.
And I looked out in the audience. His wife was crying. She couldn't believe it.
Not because you were bad.
No, I'm getting choked up.
Wow.
It was a good thing,
Oh, no kidding.
We took a break, and she goes, that's the best thing I ever heard. She says, I can't believe that. And she says, where'd that come from? I says, I think my dad used to play that song, And and at that time, I could sing falsetto.
Yeah.
I can't do it now. I had my thyroid taken out, and I can't break my voice like that. So we did 3-part harmony. I do the high stuff.
No kidding.
I get right. Like we did Alabama things. I did all the high stuff.
But funny.
I can't do it anymore. I wish I could.
Yeah.
But
wow. Okay. So I don't know if we talked about this before we started recording that, but you got saddled with the bass.
Yep.
It's a typical bass player.
Yep.
And you got saddled.
And I loved it because it was like one-on-one with the kick drum.
Yep.
And I just loved that.
Yeah.
Man. You get that groove and So I was with them a couple years, and then
the Boogie Woogie Country Band.
Yep.
Okay.
Then a guy named Don Farnsworth had a band called Country Gold.
Okay.
And they were really good.
Yeah.
And he was a songwriter.
Oh, okay.
And that might have intrigued me a little bit to go with him because we played some of that stuff and we did some recording.
Okay.
And that was my first Well, my only venture into the recording studio.
So this is like mid-'80s then, or early '80s?
That would have been like 84.
Okay.
84,
All right.
85.
Okay.
And I lost my train of thought.
So you're playing with this.
Oh yeah, it was Don Farnsworth.
Don Farnsworth.
Yep, and he was a very unique singer. He was a lot of vibrato in his voice, deep. He had a deep voice, sang Merle Haggard stuff. Really
Wow.
wonderful on Merle Haggard.
Yeah.
And I think I learned a lot of. I have that vibrato in my voice, and I think that's where I got it from singing with him.
Uh-huh.
And so that was a good experience. We played a lot of stuff. We were the first band to play on the Hiawatha.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh my
First
gosh.
band.
No kidding.
Yep. They didn't have the canopy thing on it.
Right.
Then it was
okay.
all open. Yep.
Oh, wow.
Very first band to play on the Hiawatha. And I was scared to death because I get boat sick, seasick. You know.
Were you still playing bass at the time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Yep, I was still playing bass.
No kidding.
Then let's see, that was about a 3-year thing. And then I went, guy named Gary Adams, lived in Muncie. Him and Steve Fenderson.
I know Stevie Fenderson.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
You want to talk about a guy I'm gonna veer off into a little rabbit hole. He was a guy, if I remember. I mean, he was like a destination player. People would go. I mean, at least my mom. Oh my gosh, we're going to go see Stevie Fenderson.
Yep.
And I remember I was a young teenager going to see him, and like, wow. I mean, because he packed the place. Yeah, Stevie Fenderson. Wow, I was going to ask you at some point if you knew him.
Oh yeah. Well, we played. Oh man, we played all over the place.
Yeah.
And Gary Adams he was stuck in the 50s, but he could play that Carl Perkins and Chet stuff.
Yeah.
You know, and anything you could come to rehearsal and say, "Hey, I learned this song." You know, so give him 5 minutes of listening to it. He's got the intro, the turnaround.
Wow.
It's a done deal. And we'd play songs all the time that, people request stuff that we didn't know, and we just do them.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make some words up or whatever. But he could play.
Especially later in the night.
He could play anything.
Nobody cares what you're playing later in the night.
And he knew all those chords.
Yeah.
The ones that were in the back page of the Mel Bay book. And I learned a lot from playing with him.
Yeah.
And I don't know how long that lasted, but then I didn't play again for a while.
Okay.
And maybe 5-6 years or something like that. I got into the early 90s.
Okay.
Early 90s, maybe. And Gary was had another band. What were they called? Oh, we were called Night Moves, by the way, when Gary and Steve met.
Okay. Still doing like primarily country stuff? Or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you're not the lead. You're not the front man for this.
No.
Okay.
But by that time, 3 of us sang. So we do two. I do 2 songs. He do 2 songs. We just keep turning it around.
Oh, fun.
Pass it around.
Yeah.
So Gary called me up one day and he says, "Hey, our rhythm player going to be out of town next weekend. Could you come and play rhythm for us?" Because he knew I play guitar. I said, "Yeah, I can do that." I don't even remember where we played it. And so I went and played, and boy, that was fun. And he says, "Well, would you want to come with us full time? We think this guy's going to leave." And I said, I don't know. I said, I'm shooting, and, the kids play ball, and I just don't know if I have time for it. Yeah. And the next night, we were at a party at the Harmonia.
Okay.
And Kenny Whitman was playing there with the band he was in at the time. And they got me up to play and sing. And when I went back down and sat next to my wife, and I looked at her and I says, I'm calling Gary tomorrow, and I'm going to join that band. I says, I need to be up there doing that.
Yeah.
You know, this is just too much fun, and I miss it.
Yeah.
So now I'm back playing guitar again.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
And Gary, when I filled in with him, he lent me a Telecaster. And I had a Telecaster back in the 60s. So I bought another one of my own. And now by this time, we're doing, you know, the line dance stuff.
Line dancing. So, okay.
So we did a lot of newer stuff with the older stuff, you know. And we had a bass player that could just sing. My Elvis, boy, he could. In fact, he at one time was an Elvis impersonator. And, oh my God, did that guy sing?
Yeah.
His name was Harry Mann. And
was that his stage name or his given name?
no, that's a given name.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Harry Mann.
The reason I ask is there's a DJ over in Bloomsburg, and that's what he goes by, but that's his stage name.
Yep.
Okay. All right. I didn't know if it was the same guy.
So
wow.
when I went with them, they were called Herm and the Twilighters. Well,
Okay.
Herm left. Okay.
Uh-oh.
So we changed our name to Hickory.
Okay.
I had to think for a minute what it was. Hickory. That's a nice country name. You know. And we played a lot, you know. And then it got transition thing. Drummers changed around. Gary wanted to leave, so he left. We got another guitar player who was a songwriter.
Okay.
So he wrote songs, and we played them. And now let's see where we're at. 2000.
Okay.
About 2000.
All right.
And things were starting to peter out again, you know. And I told I did all the booking and that. It was, you know, it's a pain. It can be a pain, especially when, you know, you're carrying a load, you know.
Yeah. Well, you're trying to coordinate, you know, how many guys are in the band.
4.
Yeah. So you're trying to your schedule and 3 other people's schedules. Yeah. It's
So we had done a demo. We made a demo tape. Did it up to Williamsport High School. I got permission to use the stage, and the AV guy came in and made a pretty decent recording. So I pieced it all together. I made CDs and cassette tapes. Mm-hmm. Wrote up bios, the whole 9 yards. Had all these packets made out. So we played on New Year's Eve. I think it was 2000, New Year's Eve. And I had this big box full of these things. He said, look, here's 10 for each one of you.
Yeah.
He says, go out and get some work. Go find some jobs. Mm-hmm. So month and a half goes by. I didn't hear anything from anybody. So that was the end of Hickory. That was it.
So you did the recording. Did you send these CDs out, or did you just do them? Did you do them yourself?
I did it myself.
Okay,
yeah.
But I mean that's work. I mean,
I know it's work.
So you did this, gave them the stuff, go get gigs, and the band breaks up.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what.
That's what happens.
That's life. You know?
It is.
So here I am. I don't play. I didn't play again until I started doing this solo thing in 2006.
So the last band that you were in was Hickory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went 14 years without playing out.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Were you still were you still like picking it up and playing, or
I played at home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I played at home. And then my mother had a stroke.
Oh.
And she was down here Valley View,
Yeah.
nursing home. Mm-hmm. And she kept bugging me. She says, would you come in and play for the residents? I said, myself?
Yeah.
He says, Mom, I can't do that. She says, yeah, you can do it. And I says, no, I'd be scared to death, you know. So she kept bugging me, and the activities director talked to me, and then finally I said, all right, okay, I'll do it. So I worked up, you know, and they only want you to play an hour. So I worked an hour's worth of stuff up.
Yeah.
Some stuff they could sing along with and whatnot.
Yeah.
And the day I was supposed to go ahead and play, my mother died.
Oh, God bless.
Yeah.
Ah, crud.
So that put a damper on that.
Oh.
But it was her wish for me to go do that.
Yeah.
So we had a memorial service for her right there because she was there 3 years.
Okay.
And those people there were her family.
Yeah.
And I told the activities director, I says, look, my mom wanted me to come here and play, and I'm going to do it, but I need a little time. So she died in October. I went in January and played.
Okay. What year are you talking about?
It would have been 2015.
Okay.
And I was scared to death. Wow. You know. And the PA I had was stuff we had from the band, you know, big PVSP 5s or whatever they were.
Yeah.
Drug all this stuff in there.
Yeah.
And my wife helped me set it all up and played. And so the activities lady comes up and says, can you come back next month? I said, you want me back? She says, oh yeah, the people love you.
Good.
And I tell you, you know, even though I was scared, it was an experience because a lot of those people they can't walk, so
right.
they bring them in wheelchairs,
yeah,
you know, and they're all slumped over and they're sitting there and they're just staring at you. When I started singing, you could see the light, actually see their eyes light up, and wow.
Yeah.
I mean, and you know, it's like going to church, you know, and getting. It was a real experience.
Yeah,
and I played there every month till COVID.
Okay.
Till COVID hit, and I'm back there playing again.
Good.
But I volunteer there.
Good. Oh, good.
But I played some other nursing homes in the area too. But that's how I got started. I played there maybe 4 or 5 months, and I was down at the Legion one day in Montoursville, and the Sons of the Legion, which I'm a member of, they were going to have a clam steam or some kind of barbecue thing or whatever. Yeah. And he says, hey, would you like to have some music for that? Well, we're trying to raise money. We can't spend it. I said, no, I'll play for free.
Yeah.
You know, I said, that's my donate. You know, it's my part of the cause. You know, and so I went and played that. Here we are. You know, but I just started learning songs, and I'd go play, and people would want to hear this. I don't know it. My wife writes down what it is, and I start learning. Next thing I know, there's 1,400 songs in my iPad.
Yeah.
And but nobody knows who I am. I'm the best kept secret in Williamsport.
Well, I don't know about that.
I don't know, but I'll go. Well, I think it's because, like, when you go play downtown, there's a lot of visitors there.
Yeah.
Tourists or whatever.
Exactly.
You know, and they haven't heard you.
Right. Yeah.
And so that's my inside joke.
That's funny. Yeah.
But man, I played all.
You're busy. Yeah, I mean, you play a lot. I mean, not now, like right now, because it's hunting season. I mean, come on.
In 2019, I played 106 gigs.
Good for you.
I think this year's. I cut back this year a little. I've been coaching some guys, a couple young teenagers in shooting, and so I did more shooting this year. So I probably did 60-some, maybe 70.
Hey, that's respectable. I mean,
yeah.
You know, come on. Now, here's what I think is neat, and just kind of, you know, as you were talking, your dad gets you started showing you the chords. Okay, gets you started on the guitar, and that takes you up. And then your mom kind of kicks you to get back, you know, to isn't that, I mean, look how life kind of rolls like that, you know.
And I mean, they supported me a lot too. When I played. When I was playing in the band, played bass in the Hickory band, my dad had retired by then. They went to almost all our gigs. Yeah. Because we played mostly Legions, clubs and whatnot, you know. And they enjoyed it.
Good.
I throw my junk in the car with my wife, and we go pick them up, and away we go. Yeah. You know.
Lucky you got to play in front of your parents.
Oh,
that was, that you know, how great is that?
Yeah.
So, and you're wearing a John Prine T-shirt. and you wrote a song after John Prine left us. Mm-hmm. Tell us about that song that you wrote.
Well, to start with, when I wasn't playing a lot there from the 70s through the 80s, I discovered John Prine in 1973.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're not one of these later on fans. You're from back in the...
I literally wore his first record out.
Yeah.
I ran a needle through it,
Yeah.
And that's what I played. I sat at home and I just play them, please don't bury me beneath the cocoa bed, Paradise and all those, and I always thought if I was going to write songs, I'd want to write in his style. His humor, a little sarcasm,
right,
a lot of sadness, and there's things there you don't understand, and sometimes you gotta listen to those songs 3 or 4 times before you get it all.
Yeah.
And I was the one other song on here, I'm Not Ready to Go.
Yeah, that's where. Yeah,
that's John Prine-ish.
Yeah. Well, I think when you gifted that song to us to play on the radio, you said that was kind of inspired when he passed away. Was it not, or?
Well,
at least that's the impression I got when you.
Yeah, he had passed away, and I have some health issues myself.
Yeah.
So there's that meaning in there's that's the personal experience part of it,
But that's a very John Prine title, and that song is very John Prine-ish, as you said.
Yeah.
So,
Because his songs were written for the average person.
Yep.
And he always took care to name everything. It wasn't just him or her or it.
Yeah.
Every person in his song had a name.
Yep.
And he told a story of when he wrote the song "Hello" in there.
Yes.
He didn't have a name for the wife. I think I've got this right. Yeah. So he was out in his yard one day, and the neighbor was calling her dog, Loretta.
Well, luckily they named the dog Loretta and not Spot or something like that.
I think that's the right song.
It sounds. I'm not sure, but if it's not right, it's a damn good story.
Yeah.
So, all right. So you're going to play "I'm Not Ready to Go Yet." Okay. And then we'll come back. We'll talk about some of the stuff that you're doing, maybe some stuff that's outside of music. But this is Alan Foust, the poet laureate of Warrnesville, Pennsylvania, with his song "I'm Not Ready to Go Yet" here on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast.
As I sit here alone, begin to ponder, am I really ready for the great up yonder? I don't think so, but I'm not really sure. Got food to eat, shoes on my feet. They say heaven is really me. Not today, I'm not ready to go. I got lots to do that no one knows how to. Stare out the window for hours and hours. Watch the world go by from my point of view. There's squirrels in the yard, bird in the tree. We'll see them if it's not me. Not today, I'm not ready to go. If the Lord really needs me, I guess I'll go. Let you right now, better view show. I'm not leaving my window seat and miss all the fun. When I finally go, I hope they find someone to take my seat. Enjoy all the fun that I had all those years till I was ready to go. I should be thinking of my next day. Why bother? It'll come what may. The sun will rise the same set anyway. There'll be things to do that don't seem to matter. If I don't do them, I'll hear lots of chatter. Not today, I'm not ready to go. If the Lord really needs me, I guess I'll go. To tell you right now, it better be a show. I'm not leaving my window seat to miss all the fun. When I finally go, I hope they find someone to take my seat. Enjoy all the fun that I had all those years till I was ready to go. Whoa, not today, I'm not ready to go.
I'm not ready to go. So, how long have you been writing songs? I mean, talk to us a little bit about that.
Maybe 7, 8 years.
Really?
Yeah.
So you weren't writing like when you were coming up through the, the I'll call them the dance bands and the country bands and that. You weren't? No, really?
No.
Wow.
No.
What sparked you to start writing then?
Oh, I don't really know. Like I said before, if you put me in the corner and made me write a song, I couldn't do it. But sometimes I'll be just sitting there. Maybe I'm watching TV and I hear some little phrase. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
Boing. There, I just start writing stuff down. And 15, 20 minutes, there's a song. But that doesn't happen very often.
Okay.
Or like this, the cabin, we talk about that, where that came from.
Yeah.
This, I'm not ready to go. I was sitting in the back room. That was during COVID. Mm-hmm. You couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Couldn't play out. And I was doing Facebook Live shows. On Saturday nights.
Yeah.
Every Saturday night I do maybe an hour. I started out doing 2 hours. That was too long.
Yeah.
So I did hour shows. And then, like I say, we're just stuck in the house. And that's when I wrote most of the songs I've written. I probably wrote during that time period.
Good for you.
And I was sitting out in the back room one day watching it. It was a nice day, and I said, there's some squirrels, there's a bird, and I was like, oh boy, But some of the intent with that song comes from, I have some health issues.
Yeah.
And so that's where some of that comes from.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready to go.
Yeah. No. Well, I hope not. I mean, good gosh.
I've got just some C-word issues.
Yeah.
It's under control.
Good.
And I'm lucky. I'm one of the lucky guys. Stuff gets caught early.
Yeah. Good.
I'm going to have to deal with it the rest of my life.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm still here talking to you, and I'm still singing and playing.
Yeah.
So.
Now, besides music, though, you're a competitive rifle. I was called a rifleman, a rifle shooter. Right?
Yes,
correct.
Yes.
Tell us a little about that, because.
Well, I shoot a sport called metallic silhouette.
Okay.
And we shoot with high-powered rifles with scopes on.
Okay.
At metal targets of animals, chickens, pigs, turkeys, and rams.
Okay.
Offhand.
Now, what do you mean offhand?
Standing.
Okay.
Out to the rams are 500 meters.
Okay. Wow.
And they're not very big.
Yeah.
But they're metal and they're heavy, and you have to have enough of a projectile to hit them and knock them down. Or they
so you're trying to knock the target down. Okay.
Right. If it doesn't fall down, it doesn't count.
Got it. Okay. It's 500 meters.
Yep.
Wow. Okay.
Yep.
So what caliber rifle are you using?
Well, I've been shooting for 41 years.
Wow.
So I've shot about every caliber you can think of.
Okay.
308, 708.
Okay.
260s, 6.5 by 55, 6.5 by 47.
Usually we get into the weeds and the technicalities about guitars. I think this is the first time we've ever gotten into the weeds and technicalities of weapons and rifles and that. So.
Yeah. And then there's also a small bore version of this where you shoot 22 rifles.
Okay.
And the targets are scaled down, and we shoot from 40 to 100 meters.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And But what I really, really, really love to do is a lever action shooting.
Okay.
The same.
Run that by for folks that aren't familiar with
we use like period rifles, 90.
the old bolt action.
No, lever guns. Like
like the Winchester.
90,
okay,
94
got it.
Winchesters, 336 Marlins, 73s.
Jeez, my dad had one of those.
Yeah,
336
everybody's
Marlin.
dad had one of those.
Yeah. The old Chuck Connors show, the Rifleman.
Rifleman.
With it. Yeah. Okay.
92 Winchesters.
Yeah.
Now, in that game, it's open sights. There's no scopes.
Okay.
And we're shooting at those same big targets we shot at out to 500 meters are now from 50 to 200 meters.
Okay.
But the same thing, standing offhand.
Okay, so you're not standing and shooting from the shooting position with the weapon shouldered.
Oh yeah.
No, but I mean you're holding it and then coming up.
No. It's a timed event. You have 2 to 2.5 minutes to shoot 5 shots.
Oh wow.
There'll be 5 targets out there, and they give a ready period. They'll call ready. You load your gun. And then,
all right.
Then when they say fire, you're all ready to go, and then you shoot one shot at each one of those targets.
So you're still in the position to fire, and you're okay. All right.
Yeah. And it's a 40-round match, typically.
Yeah.
And there's also a pistol cartridge, small bore, out to 100 meters, and a pistol cartridge version out to 100 meters, scaled down targets. And I really like to shoot that.
Yeah.
And then.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Alan's pointing to the signet ring that he's wearing. So go.
Well, that's a national championship ring.
No kidding.
Yeah. And,
you're a national champion.
In 2012, I won the NRA National Championship lever action silhouette.
Wow. Okay, so this is the first. Not only have we been talking about weapons and guns, but we have a nationally recognized, nationally competitive rifle shooter. Wow, son of a gun! Congratulations. So do you still do that?
Oh yeah.
Good.
I have 6 state championships.
No kidding. Yeah. Wow.
When I won the nationals, there was 174 competitors there. So.
Coming up in the business I came up with prior to music, we call them weapons. So if I call them weapons, how many weapons do you have? More guitars than weapons, or more guns? Or
I have more guns than guitars.
You have more guns than guitars.
Yeah. And they're well guarded if there's any crooks out
there. Yeah. So you got the safes and everything.
Oh yeah.
Good. Wow. So I didn't know that. And what else do you do outside of music for fun and excitement?
Oh, well, the shooting takes up a lot of my time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're
busy
a whole
enough,
lot.
man.
I don't.
You're busy. I mean, everybody. I think when we retire, we get busier than when we work full time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we now have the time, the resources, the time, and the monetary resources to kind of do what we want to do. So yeah.
Well, February 2015, my wife retired, and we started going to Arizona the first I went out there to shoot in their state. Lever gun championship. So the first year we went out there, we were only there we were going like 10 days. So we gets back, it's like the 3rd week of February. Got up the next morning, it was 17 below zero.
Damn. Now, are you in a camper? Are you in a hotel? Or
No, we stayed with a friend that first year.
Okay.
So we gets back at 17 below zero, and I'm just looking out the window at the thermometer, and I said, "Why are we here?" So the next year we went for a month.
Good for you.
And we did that till COVID. Well, in fact, we were out there when COVID started.
Oh my gosh.
In 2020.
Yeah.
And so we didn't go the last 3 years. We were going again
this February.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I had gigs out there.
I saw that.
Yeah,
I've seen that. I've seen that.
I wormed my way into some. Well, I got my.
See, you're a hustler, man.
My friend we stayed with, who played in our band in high school, knows all these musicians out there, and I'm talking Nashville quality musicians. You want to go and see some guys that can pick. You want to go to Phoenix, Arizona.
Okay.
And
wow.
so I got to know these guys, and I know the venue owners, even, you know. So I said, hey, think when I come back here next year, maybe I could get a Sunday afternoon show or something. Yeah. So I played at this place called the Roadrunner, and they have arenas where they have bull riding, they have all kinds of stuff there, you know, and played there on Sunday afternoon for 4 hours, and it was it was just. I mean, I thought I was at the Grand Ole Opry.
Sure,
sure. That's as close as I'm going to get.
Yeah, yeah.
What an experience.
Oh, you know? Wow. Good for you. 4 hours, though, man.
Yeah,
that's a young man's sport.
I'm a brute. I don't know if I could do that anymore. But
you play a gig like that at our age. The next day, it's like recovering from major surgery.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's.
Yeah, I can't do 3 days in a row anymore. It's getting too hard. It's getting too hard. My thumbs are starting. I got arthritis.
Yeah, it's you know, I got it. Yeah, but that's like I said, I joke, but it's true. You're a hustler, man. I mean, you're busy here, but the one thing I want to ask you. So you have experience playing here and in Arizona. Compare and contrast. I mean, you know, because I think we got it pretty good here. Tell us about Arizona and kind of the music vibe there. I mean,
there's a lot of venues, and they dance.
Oh,
if you can't play two-step music, they will maybe not so politely ask you to leave.
Interesting.
Oh yeah. They won't. They love the two-step line dance.
Yeah.
You know, and. I mean, that was over here 25 years ago.
Yeah.
That was a done deal.
Yeah. Now, because you're a solo acoustic musician, a SAM, solo acoustic musician, which is a term now. I didn't know that was a term. Is that kind of playing or that kind of music, is that prevalent in Phoenix, or is it
a little bit?
Okay,
now,
so it's more bands than that.
The venues I played. When the time slots I played in weren't like the dance crowd people.
Right.
I played at the country club, and it was dinner. It was like we'd go to Boom City and play.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And
your background music and
Yep. And but now, like I played at that Roadrunner, that was a Sunday afternoon, and that's not the dance crowd. Oh, people did get up and dance.
Yeah.
You know.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
you know,
I was shocked.
Yeah, no, that's pay dirt.
Nobody here dances anymore.
Once in a while, I've had a couple when I've done solo stuff where people get up and dance, but it's a rare event.
Yeah.
Good for you. Now, was that more like a listening room? In other words, were you background music, or were people actually listening to what you were playing?
No, they listen.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, if I had one wish for this area, is that we had more of those type of venues here. Or like a listening room where people come in. It could even be free, just pass the hat, but have more listening rooms, and that's.
I've kind of here anymore. I don't think people don't follow musicians here anymore. I don't agree with that, or
I think. Not like they used to, because I remember I alluded to the fact that Stevie Fenderson was a destination. I call it because people would go see Stevie Fenderson. I think there are a few bands out there now and a few performers out there now that are like that. But you're right. Yeah, there's no people follow them.
I think people go more to the venues they like.
Yes.
Instead of following the musicians.
Yeah.
Now, like for me now, I had some gigs over at Berwick at Hogs Hollow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, nobody from here. Well, I did actually have a couple people go from here.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get 50 people from Warrnesville to travel 60 miles.
Right.
They're not going to do it.
Right.
That's done.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. To see somebody like us.
Yeah.
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 And I'll throw myself. Nobody's going to come that far. Yeah.
No.
But still, though, I mean, we're fortunate to at least have the places to play here.
When I started doing this solo thing, now there's a lot of solo acts now.
Yes.
And because the bands can't get the money, people don't want to pay that kind of big money anymore, so they're starting to splinter off, and they'll get a band gig, but they got one or two of them will go to do this.
Yep, they got the side hustles. Yep.
So it's starting to get watered down a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
But when I started out, there wasn't so much of it, and it just. Wow, this is pretty neat.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, how many bands in there back in the 60s and 70s did we have? And they would fill the, like you said, the night train, the high schools that had dances. Right down here, we're going to talk a little bit about Warrnesville here at some point, but the old fire hall used to have square dances. And I remember going as a kid. Hell, you may have played a couple of those.
No.
But I remember because I grew up with Hank Williams, that's what my parents listened to, and I remember that a guy was up there playing pedal steel guitar, and I was just enamored by watching. I thought of it as a dance because he was moving his legs and moving. But yeah, and they would fill that place. The little fire hall here in Warrensville would fill that place with square dances, like once a month on a Saturday night. And that doesn't happen anymore. So
no.
But you know what? 20 years from now, the kids will look back. Say, I remember in the mid 2000s when Yeah. Now, how much time do you spend dodging telemarketers?
Well, not so much anymore because I don't have a house phone. But boy, during COVID, my God, it was because we were home all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're at work, and you come home from work, they'd always call between 5 and 6.
Right.
About the time you sit down at the dinner table, phone rang.
Yeah.
But during COVID, it just, I thought I'm going to fix them.
Yeah.
I'm going to write this song.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start a worldwide march to stamp them out forever.
Yeah.
I'm going to purge them from the face of the earth. So I started playing this song out. People, when I got back, to playing again after COVID, and people really enjoy that.
Yes, they do. I'll bet.
Who can't relate to a telemarketer experience?
Bingo. And it's got a good beat to it. The old Dick Clark thing. It's got a good beat to it. It's got a good tempo to it. And you're right. It's a relatable song.
Yeah. I sent that to you, and you played it on air.
Heck yeah.
Well, I wrote another verse after that.
Oh, did you?
Well, yeah, because my quest failed.
Yeah.
They're still here.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to write another verse, which I'll.
Well, okay. So the one that we're playing is like the first version. So there's a new version now. You're going to play that one now, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah. All right. Well, this is Alan Foust with his unfortunately his failed attempt of getting this worldwide telemarketer excoriation from the world. But this was, I think, the first song that you sent to us. And we played it, and I enjoy playing it. It's a fun little song. It really is. So this is Telemarketer Blues from the Poet Laureate of Warrensville, Pennsylvania, Alan Foust, here on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast.
Got a call the other day when I left it with some doubt. Then said my car warranty had just about run out. I told them I don't have a car, they didn't seem to care. These calls were getting so damn bad, I'm about to pull my hair. What I do, act like a fool. They'll get tired of calling you and think that you're not cool. I write a letter, but I couldn't spell and say they don't care who they call. absolutely, Michael. Thank you.
Telemarketer Blues with the added verse. So good. So, and that was you recorded the version that you sent to us. You recorded at home.
Yes.
Okay. What do you use to record?
My phone.
You recorded that on your phone?
Yep.
No kidding.
I have a program on there called Dolby On,
Okay.
and it's pretty good.
No kidding.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you were like using like Pro Tools or GarageBand or something like that.
No,
Wow.
I come right out of my mixer, plug right into the phone.
Okay. All right. All right. Wow. Because
yeah. I go.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you were just
no.
like. It's like, wow, that was a good
No,
quality
I
stuff.
come out of my mixer.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah.
Now, do you record when you play out? Do you record your shows? I mean,
Not as a rule.
yeah.
It's because by yourself, it's too much extra
Yeah.
stuff. you
Yeah.
know.
One more thing to forget or go wrong, and
Yeah.
So we are at Grimm's Diner here in Warrnesville, Pennsylvania, and the connection that, and I fondly and not jokingly, but fondly refer to you as the poet laureate of Warrnesville, Pennsylvania, because it's nice to see somebody that lives here actually making some music. I grew up here,
Yeah.
and this was Strauss's store. When did you move here?
77.
77. Okay, so I didn't live here at the time. We lived in Bradford, Pennsylvania, and then my mom and I moved back in 1979. But this used to be Strauss's store,
Yep.
and I think they still have some of the old wood floors from the old store here.
Oh, yeah.
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 And but you've played here, so this place has kind of helped you get back into it as well, correct?
Oh yeah, when we talked before about the nursing home and the Legion, and
Yeah.
Charlie DeSanto had a sub shop here, and I loved his hoagies.
Yeah.
So I'd come down here, and he was a drummer.
Name's vaguely
Oh
familiar.
yeah,
and
I played gigs with him back in the old days
no
too.
kidding. Okay.
And heck of a drummer.
yeah.
And of course, he doesn't like country music at all. Mm-hmm. It's kicking music.
Right. Got it.
No acoustic music. So I kept bugging him to come here and play. I says, look, I just need a place to practice my stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
Get it in front
Right.
of people.
Yep.
I'm starting out. So I was in here one day, and he says, all right, come in and play for a couple hours. He says, I'll give you dinner. You and your wife.
Can't beat that.
Fair enough.
There you go.
So that's how it started, and I get quite a few people in here.
Yeah.
And but I'd have to play some Motown stuff for him. My Girl and stuff like that. And he liked Neil Diamond, so he'd do some of that stuff.
Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Yeah. Well, but see, now, because before today, and if you would have said that, I was like, really, Alan's playing that? No, I could see you because you played the pop and the rock stuff coming up through and that.
Yep.
So
I still do some Beatles and Stones.
yeah. Yeah.
So I got a whole list of Bee Gees stuff.
Yeah. And you have the vocal harmonizer. So
I love that thing.
Yeah.
I love that thing. It's tricky. I spent a lot of time with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I can imagine.
when they come out of the box, they're not set up.
Mm-hmm.
And they're the one I have.
Yeah. What do you have? What are you
It's
using?
a TC Helicon Play Acoustic. And,
Okay.
but it has guitar effects in it.
Okay.
Vocal effects.
Oh, okay. So it's like it's a one piece like pedal thing for the
Right.
guitar and the vocals.
Yeah.
Okay. All
Now
right.
I don't anymore. I have to plug my guitar into it because that's where it gets the pitch. Okay?
Oh, interesting.
So if you're gonna sing harmony, and you play the wrong chord and try to sing that harmony, it's
Interesting.
messed up.
Okay. All right.
And sometimes even when you play an open D, because there's an odd overtone on the G string, always, and that messes it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Too. But Anymore, I don't come out of it with my guitar. I Y cable into it, and I run my guitar right into the mixer.
Yeah.
Because to change the parameters on that little pedal, you have to push this button, turn this knob. You can't do that. You can't do that at a gig.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right.
Where I have my mixers right on my mic stand.
Yep.
And if I need to do something, I can, if I'm getting some feedback, I need to dial the notch a little bit.
Right.
It's right there.
Yeah. Yeah. Isn't the technology of this stuff wonderful? I'll edit that out. Yeah. In the technology, when I started playing back when I retired here, that was the thing that blew me away. Is like, wow, the technology. I mean, the pedals, the little mixers that you can put on your guitar stand. Coming from the big PA stacks that that we had back in the day. Wow.
I use a couple other pedals. I have a LR Baggs delay and a chorus pedal. Yeah. I'll also have that stuff in that mixer, but tap it with your foot, it's there.
Right.
And I use the LR Baggs Venue processor. Yeah. That really dials in acoustic tone. Yeah. Really, really, really good.
Okay. So we talked about some of the pedals in that. What guitar are you now playing out?
Well, I've got a couple guitars, but the one I'm playing right now is custom made by Sean Farley.
Yeah.
I knew we'd get around to this.
Oh, you knew it, man.
You've got his shirt on.
Dang right.
Yeah.
So tell us a little about that, because he's another local treasure that we have here. Yeah.
Well, I met Sean. I started going to these. Well, actually, I took a guitar there to have. I have a D35 Martin. I took it to him to have a bone nut and saddle put on. And wow, what a job.
Yep.
So he was doing open mics, and I was going to his open mics at the Stone House.
Yeah. Right.
And we got hit it off pretty good, And if I was in town, I'd stop and yak with him. And so I'm sitting in there one day. No, actually, he came to one of my shows at the Brickyard. He was outside.
Yeah.
So I was taking a break, and we were sitting there, and I says, "How's come you never built an acoustic guitar?" Because he's built a lot of electrics.
Yeah.
And he says, "Well, I don't have all the tools. It takes a lot of special tools to make an acoustic. You have to have a bender and all this other jazz,
Yeah.
And he said, if somebody would want to plunk down a fairly sizable deposit so I could buy those tools, I'd build them the nicest acoustic guitar you've ever seen."
Yeah.
He says, because I've been collecting wood for 8 years.
Oh, wow.
He's got a nice stock room of nice wood.
Yeah.
So I had that rattling around in my brain for about a week.
A week?
Yeah.
Wow. That long, huh?
So I went to his shop one day and I says, "How serious are you about building an acoustic?" He says, "It's the only piece of the pie for this shop that's not complete. I've done this, done that, done that. I need that little wedge that says acoustic guitar."
Yeah.
So I reached in my pocket, pulled out a bunch of Benjamins.
I can't imagine. I don't want to know, but yeah.
And I says, "Would that buy the stuff you need to build me a guitar?"
Good for you.
"Oh, yeah."
Wow.
And 4 years later, I had my guitar.
Yeah.
That, oh man, it's a beaut.
I think I was. I don't know if I was at the shop one time when you were. It may have been when he had an open house or something like that, and that may be where I met you.
Could
maybe.
Be, yeah.
I don't know. I can't remember, but
he didn't have the guitar.
He didn't have the guitar then, though. But I remember you've just got. When did he finish that? It was recently, wasn't it?
It was a year ago, July.
Oh, so it's that long?
Yeah. It was last year in July I got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. How do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I have a 1710 Taylor. Hasn't been out of the house. And that was my go-to guitar. I beat the ever living, I probably played 500 gigs with that guitar.
Wow. Yeah, so the Sean Farley guitar, that's primarily your instrument now.
Oh yeah.
What have you owned? Because we talked about the 12-string that you had, which was your first electric guitar. Why a 12 string?
I don't know.
Okay, all right. Because that's not something that you.
I was using this Harmony Electric my dad had.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there was probably some song.
Well, that was like the
Walk
Birds.
Away, Renee, or
yeah,
the Birds.
The Birds.
Yeah,
and Harrison played a 12 string during the Hard Day's Nighttime. Yeah.
So I bought that thing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, it was a bear to play. To keep in tune.
Oh yeah.
Put strings on. So I didn't have that very long.
Yeah, and because of the string tension, man, those things, the necks would just bow on those old ones.
Yeah.
I mean, they still do. If you, wow.
So I got rid of that. And bought I think I bought a Tele.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Boy, do I wish I still had that.
Okay, so that you led up to my next question. All right, so of all the guitars that you've had, so how many guitars do you have now?
5.
5. Really? Okay.
Yeah. 4 acoustics and another Tele.
Okay, so your electric's a Tele. That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
If you could get one back, one that got away from you, if you could get it back, what would you get back? What would you want?
The 67 Tele I had with a Bigsby vibrato.
Because that was pre-CBS, wasn't it?
Yep.
Oh, yep. With a Bigsby on it.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Weighed a ton.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I had 2 guitars back then. I had that, and I had an Epiphone Casino.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh my God, a mid-60s Epiphone. I'm not going to tell you what those things go for.
Yeah,
now.
I know.
Yeah.
And I sold that to Lloyd Berger.
Oh, wow.
And he played in a band called Continentals.
Okay.
Him and his brother Jay.
Yeah.
And he sold it after that. He wishes he still had it. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. It was during that period. I was going to college, and I was buying a house, and I sold stuff to pay taxes.
Yeah. I mean, and back then it's like,
I thought, well,
they were just guitars, man.
I'm never going to do this again,
Yeah.
I had a blonde Fender Bandmaster.
Oh. Dude, you're killing me.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I had a Vauxhall Guardsman, too.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Fender Super Reverb. Hey, back then,
exactly.
That stuff was, what were they back then?
Yeah, they were just
a couple $100.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a lot of money, but, I was playing music. I was living at home.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had an old beat up car I paid $50 for.
And it's just we've all got them, because that's a standard question. We talk about talk about the guitar you're playing now, and now that, but what would you want? And we've all got them. We've all got that guitar. And when I sell one now, I give it a good week and a half, 2 weeks. It's like, am I going to regret selling this?
Yeah.
Because I've got 2 that is like, man, if I could get those back, I would. But I have the old bass that I played when I was in the little garage bands in high school. I still have that old Fender bass, and I'm so glad I never got rid of that. So, good.
I've had that Martin for 40 years.
Is that D35?
Yeah, I bought it used in like 81. I think it's a 75.
Okay.
I think it is. And boy, that thing's it's got a real thin neck on it. Mm-hmm. It's a dream to play.
I've got a 1980 D35 that Sean Farley brought back to life for me. I mean, that thing was almost unplayable. I mean, you measured the action in feet, and he brought that thing back to life, and it's my primary recording guitar right now. So yeah, they're great guitars, those D35s.
I like to play it. It doesn't sound as good amplified.
Right.
But just back porch strumming, man.
Yep.
It don't get any better than that.
Yep.
If you want to shred an acoustic, that's one you can do it with.
Yeah.
A lot of guys don't like those thin necks, but I played the Tele all those years. So,
yeah. Oh yeah, you can't go to a big block, the big chunky Gibson type necks.
This guitar here is a little it has more different shaped neck than what I'm used to. It took me a while to get used to that.
Now, when you had Sean build this for you, did you sit down and go over the specifications like in detail, like what you wanted and all that, or?
The first thing we did, he was downtown then.
Okay.
In the the storefront he was in. Next door, he had just a little place with wood. You were probably in there.
Yeah.
Woodworking and all that. And he says, kind of funny, because and his girlfriend was there when we made this deal, and he says, well, let's go next door and look at my wood. You know? And I thought, okay.
Man, set you up good. Yeah.
So we went over there, and he showed me these blanks. Oh my God! And he pulled out these Cocobolo side blanks with the live edge wood on it. I said, "Oh boy!" I said, "I got to have that."
Yeah.
And then the neck. When he was at Luthier School out in Arizona, the guitar he plays, he built when he was at that school. And they had a big room there with wood and stuff in it. So he was back out there. He picked out this neck block.
Right.
You know, it was a hunk of Honduran mahogany, and it had been cut into that like a 4x4, 6x6, or whatever it was, 150 years ago. So he goes over and saws that thing in half, or he sawed his neck shape out of it. And the instructor saw him what he was doing. He says, "Where'd you get that?" "Well, I was back there in the wood room." "That's not for you guys."
You should have put it back there.
So when you cut one of those out, you have another one.
Right.
So he brought that home with him.
No kidding.
Yeah.
So that's the neck of your...
It's on Honduran mahogany.
Oh, sweet.
And he did just a remarkable job. I never played any guitar in my life that's perfectly intonated as that thing. You know.
Yeah. He's a treasure. He really is. I'm interviewing him next week. So I've just been looking forward to it. But
and it's a O.M. Martin body style.
Okay.
So it's a smaller guitar.
Yeah.
I was tired of playing a dreadnought. You know, you hang over one of them for 3 hours. You know, your arm gets numb, and I just wanted something smaller.
Yeah.
And boy, it's a joy to play.
Yeah. Well, we've got to hear it here on the show. Always end. Is there anything that you wanted to talk about that we didn't talk about?
No, not that I can think of.
Okay.
Other than maybe my PA. I use a Bose PA.
Okay.
I bought a.
Is that one of those
the tower?
Yeah. Oh, those things are great.
L1 Pro 16.
Okay.
And a little tip for people that are doing like we do solo.
Yep.
Is it's behind me, so I hear what the audience hears.
Right.
I don't need a monitor.
Right.
And I had out front speakers before and tried to use a little monitor, but it's different, you know. And I think it's actually made me a better singer because I hear exactly what they hear.
Yeah.
The same tone, the same volume, and I think it's helped me. It's just helped me become a better singer.
Yeah.
I find myself now doing little runs and stuff that I maybe didn't do before.
Yeah. Those Bose units are great. We our band, when we were even a 4-piece, that's all we ran in some of the places we played. Was this Bose, the tower? I forget what the model number of it, but they're fantastic. Yeah. So, well, good. All right. Anything else?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, speaking of local treasures, Alan, thank you for everything that you do.
Thank you.
And you're a busy man. Do you have you're on social media on Facebook?
Yep, I'm on Facebook as Alan Foust Acoustic.
Acoustic. Yep.
And I do have a website.
Okay.
I don't put a lot of stuff on, just mostly schedule and stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's Alan Foust Acoustic at wixsite.com.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
There's a link to it on my Facebook.
Okay.
Well, if you get on for some people don't like Facebook, so that's why
it's a necessary evil.
Yeah. And I'm on Bands in Town too.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Write some more songs, get some more recorded, and send them our way because I enjoy playing your stuff.
Yeah.
So we just need more of it to play.
Yeah.
So, all right. So this is go ahead, man.
And one more thing, tomorrow's Veterans Day. And
Yes.
I want to thank Michael for his years of service
It's my
for
pleasure.
our country.
It's my pleasure. It's my honor to serve. So, but thank you for your support. So this is this was fun. I got to learn there's a lot more to you than just hustling the gigs and being a hardworking musician. There's a lot going on with you. So it was great to get to know you. And so Alan Foust here on the Rec Room Radio Hour podcast, and see you next time. One of the great benefits of this gig is getting to sit down and get to know the musicians here in the Central Susquehanna Valleys, and certainly did that today with Alan Foust. What a great time we spent out in Warrnesville chatting with him. Thanks to Heather and the crew at Grimm's Diner in Warrnesville for allowing us to chat, and but they got a free concert from Alan Foust with his songs. So thanks to Alan and everybody out there at Grimm's Diner for having us. Hey, check out the Rec Room Radio Hour each week on WXPI Community Radio, 88.5 on the frequency modulated dial, www.wxpiradio.org. And while you're there, consider making a financial contribution to our station so we can keep doing what we're doing in the Central Susquehanna Valleys. As always, thanks to the Clark McLean Band for our theme. And until next time, please don't fret, stay tuned, and play nice. Bye-bye.